This is it. You'll be able to spot it in a crowd by virtue of its gold wheels, its gold chassis, its F1-style engine cover, and by the engine underneath it, which is now a 3-litre V8.
Now, the normal rules are, if you've got a big, heavy car and you want it to go fast, you have to put a big, powerful engine in it. If you've got a small, light car and you want it to go fast, you don't need to put such a big engine in it. So what happens if you take a very light car and put a very big engine in it?
Well, in my case, you look like a spaniel with its head out of the window.
What a bus! The old Atom had 275 horsepower. This one has 500 horsepower, and it only weighs 550 kilograms.
Which means it has a power-to-weight figure of over 900 horsepower per tonne.
So in top gear mass, it's twice as powerful as a Bugatti Veyron or a Ferrari Enzo.
But the Atom is not just a rocket bolted to a roller skate. It's a bit more clever than that.
These little paddles, for example, will shift the sequential gears in 0.04 of a second, or so quickly that there's no appreciable drop in power to the rear wheels. And that helps it go from 0 to 60 in something like 2.5 seconds.
And now, let's bring all those numbers to life with a practical demonstration.
Here we have a small selection of supercars from around the world. From Japan, the Lexus LFA, £340,000, bristling with science. From Italy, the latest lightweight Lamborghini Gallardo, £180,000. Both of them with over 550 horsepower, and both of them packed with supercar technology and the pride of nations. So, let's see how they do against the Atom in a race. From 0 to 100 to 0.
And there we are.
Look how this cottage industry supercar mocks the conceit of empires. Ha ha!
However, since we're on this built-in-a-shed David versus big business Goliath theme, I have a confession to make on the Atom's behalf.
Now, the standard Atom with 275 horsepower costs £30,000. This one with 500 horsepower costs £150,000.
And even the seasoned Top Gear film crew were quite surprised by what you get for your 150 grand.
Is there a radio?
No.
Hands-free kit?
What? Hands-free? No. No.
Glove box?
No glove box.
Is it central locking?
No, there's no doors.
Where's the spare wheel?
I don't think there is a spare wheel. There's no boot. Huh?
Cup holder?
Nope, no cup holder.
Cruise control?
Nope.
Somewhere to put your sunglasses?
No.
Your iPhone, that plugs in, surely?
Nope.
Tow bar?
No.
The fact is, with this car you're paying for super geek levels of engineering. The bespoke engine and gearbox alone cost £50,000. And then you've got the magnesium wheels and the onboard computers that set the car up for individual owners. Also, the Atom V8 had a difficult and costly birth.
Early attempts at the V8 were absolutely brutal. They were only really fit for track day bores who wanted to drone on in the pub about how they'd driven something that was undrivable. So they went back to the drawing board and then they got this. Not that, this.
A hardcore car with a heart of pure gold.
Love the steering in this thing. It's fantastically immediate. I'm just thinking my way through bends, really. It's as crisp as a bag of crisps.
In fact, driving the V8 Atom is one of the great motoring experiences of my life, which is an excellent thought on which to end this film.
Unfortunately, it isn't the end. In fact, things get a bit tricky for me now, because when Jeremy tested the original Atom several years ago, he had a race round the track against a fast motorcycle. And the producers enjoyed this so much, they've ordered me to do the same thing again.
The thing is, since this Atom is considerably faster than the old one, it'll be up against a considerably faster bike. The BMW S1000RR, the world's most powerful road bike.
And whereas Jeremy raced against a normal road-going motorcycle enthusiast, I won't be.
No, I'll be against British Evo Superbike champion Steve Brogan.
Now, I thought this was unfair, and I protested. I said the Atom should also be driven by a proper racing driver, but the producers said no, it must be a Top Gear presenter. So, here we go. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry. Anyway, undo that strap, stick it on your head. Nice. I'm off! No, he's going past. We've got roughly the same power to weight ratio. This is going to be about corners. Got a better drive out of the corner than me there, but I think I'm catching him again. Round Chicago. Gonna give it a good beating down to the hammerhead. Here we go. Hard on the brakes. Turning in.
Can't get his power down in the corners like I can.
Down to the follow through, flat out. Gonna keep it right. More power. I'm gaining. I've gone past. I've gone past. Into the second to the last corner. Here we go for the last corner. Don't muck it up. And across the line. Cheers, Tiff.
Oh, no problem, James. Anytime you want me.
Thanks.
Do you want this shirt back?
Yes, please. Pretty sure you don't want it.
No, you're right.